Hello everyone, welcome back to Danganronpa.
Hey.
This will be the trial part 1, first half. Doesn't mean it's not going to be short, it's going to be pretty long. So, stick with us, and
Away we go. The giant went down his chest, more deadly than the spinning rainbow wheel. You're late, Makoto. We've all been waiting for you.
I thought you were afraid that we'd be discovered as the murderer of your eyes.
Listen to me!
Let's not jump to conclusions just yet. Save that for the class part. Well, we can all reveal the details of Makoto's son.
So really are convinced that you're I didn't do it.
Unnerved.
Me and Sayaka both knew that all too well. So then, who is the killer?
I've already put this together in my mind. I know who it is.
We pieced this like a year ago. We're on the other side that is really one of us.
Is everyone here? Okay then, please board the elevator in front of you, which will prove where all your fates will be decided. I'll meet you all down there. I'll be waiting.
Why don't we get
Would you be standing too tall and powerful?
I'd rather be confident and relaxed. In that elevator.
What the heck?
Got it!
Relax, man. I'm 100% that you're over there.
Makoto's gun. Hey, but Rash, obviously, stop. This is starting.
I say we follow the place.
Let's get on this elevator. Let's begin.
Yes, indeed.
Good idea.
Hey,
Are you scared? No, not scared, but like, I said it before, but it's up to you to uncover the mystery surrounding this case yourself. If you don't, you'll never come up to grips with the truth. I need to uncover the truth inside his death.
Revenge.
I need someone else to tell me to do that. Inside his honor, I swear I'll find out who the real killer is. As I raise my voice to try and redeem myself courage, I turn trembling with anticipation toward the elevator. At which each step forward, I can feel my heart starting to race fast and faster. Stop, Shelby. Everyone, don't. Everyone else was already on the elevator. When I finally sat down, the doors closed. The elevator started to move.
Then there were 14.
Wait, listen.
Steel boxes set with None of this is how death will end.
oh,
Nothing. This is not what I want to get back to waiting in this judgment. We'll share my life. The elevator lowers further. Bing! You finally arrived! What do you think? Doesn't it feel just like a real bubble? It's like a Hollywood movie set, right?
well now.
Okay, everyone find your assigned seats and sit down.
I will not be pulled off by your stupid ass ears.
Hey, let me give you $20 to make this! This is what he said in Falmouth.
This is what he arranged in his back circle.
Hold on a minute. 1, 2, 3. 15. 13. Where's the 16?
Well, not for this. Oh, it's only 16.
So everyone can see those.
Which also meant that it would be easy for anyone to transfer the attention of Irisa to anyone else.
What would you be most afraid of looking at you in the room? Like if you were in that room, what would you be most afraid of? I'd be afraid of soccer.
You mean this one?
looking at everybody. She's not eyeballing this one,
Yeah.
There she's a real heavy.
So the current one, the first case over. Deadly judgment. Deadly deception. Deadly. Oh yeah, this is what happened. This happens in every single time. A deadly trial.
I wouldn't want to be saying it.
A deadly defense. A deadly case. A deadly
Last trial. Oh, cool. Yes. Please save the data. Why don't you save it over?
Just in case I need to go back.
Okay, let's open our ebook. Oh my god, skill. Ozone? Attendance, right?
So no layers, please.
Attendant movement.
You need to get more.
Skills. You need more people. Go back.
Maybe we'll get some first.
Look at these. Skills to play the beta. Alright. So, the file. She was killed by a wound to the stomach. It was in the bathroom in Makoto's room.
There is the struggle they fought before they went to the bathroom.
Rebecca sword, she unsheathed that.
It was
The shield used as a block.
They switched the rooms.
One person's toolkit had been opened,
Someone cleaned the room. Someone broke her wrist.
and also
She
she
left a dying message. Someone broke into the bathroom.
Not
Someone switched it. Yeah. Someone took a knife.
She knows who took the knife and what happened to it.
Someone got through the thing, hit the thing, and turned it on.
There's a button, not being able to play. With the crystal ball. With the crystal ball.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive, and I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will go.
And the killer really is one of us, right?
Of course!
I would never die.
Everyone, close your eyes. And whoever did it, raise your...
Don't be a goddamn idiot. Why the hell would they raise their hand?
Before we move on and start the trial, can I ask a question real quick? What's going on with those pictures?
Yes, please explain that.
I'd feel awful if they got left out just because they died. Friendship penetrates even death's barrier.
Your friend's barrier doesn't make it black.
Penetrates?
Okay, but what about that other empty seat? There were only 15 of us to begin with, so why are there 16 seats?
Oh, no reason. It's just that our little courtroom here can technically fit up to 16 people. Okay, that about does it for the preamble. Get ready to get started. First up is the case summary. Now, let's...
Who do the killers? And I found any others have to be ready to speak up about anything. Because this isn't about me. Everyone's lives are on the line.
Non-stop debate. Alright, so we just gotta find... Go through the windows. 2 bullets. We roll through the bullets.
I assert that the one who was murdered was Miss Sayaka Maizono.
Yeah, we know that part already.
Feel it.
And the murder took place in
Hardly was
Makoto's room.
In the bathroom. So it seems most likely that the killer must have taken her by surprise while she was in the bathroom. She didn't even have a chance to resist.
Wrong.
No, it's wrong.
Just a second, Chihiro. Try to remember how my room looked.
Messed up.
With the way things had been damaged, I think we can definitely assume there was a struggle.
A struggle? Between who and who?
Between Sayaka and the killer, of course.
So you're saying
thought she must have been attacked in the main room first. Then, she ran to the bathroom to try and hide. The killer followed her in, and that's where they finished the job.
That much should have been obvious after taking one look at the scene. It shouldn't even need explaining.
Sorry.
Okay, so what's next?
Next is the subject of the murder weapon.
Wow, this is starting to sound like a real trial.
We determined what was used to kill that.
Easy. How do you scroll through the wall?
So what was used to kill her?
Let me see.
Holding down space 3, you can concentrate and slow.
Control.
There was some kind of without a doubt.
So the killer used some random knife they...
No, that's wrong. No. I do think it was a knife, but not just any knife. I'm almost positive it was a kitchen knife.
Huh? A kitchen knife?
After the murder, we discovered that one of the knives from the kitchen...
Which means that knife must be the murder weapon.
Oh, yeah. I guess that makes sense. You could sort of see the weapon sticking out of her stomach.
No, dog. A knife was
And
sticking
if
out
you
of
look
the top.
real close, I could totally see that being a kitchen knife.
Okay, so the murder weapon was a kitchen knife, but where does that get us? I mean, we all know Makoto killed her, right?
Shifting the blame.
Right. Makoto's room was the scene of
wrong
the
with
crime.
Hold on a second.
Let's draw our conclusions after we presented our arguments.
Thank you.
Otherwise, what's the point of the trial?
Well, we can talk all we want. It's not going to change that conclusion.
You have
I
to
don't think that's true at all. I'm sure if we keep at it, something new will reveal it.
You really believe that?
I do.
She's like, I'll be focused someone just waiting for us to find it. Because I know damn well where I'm at, so.
Please. Concentrate. Music, always a talk.
So I guess there's no question that the kitchen knife was the murder weapon. But where does that get us?
Somewhere.
Makoto must have taken it from the kitchen, right? You did it in secret.
No.
No, that's wrong.
I have a witness.
Okay, wait. Hold on. I didn't take the knife from the kitchen.
Next, you're gonna say you're not the killer, right? Go ahead and say it all you want.
Hope you
Well,
die.
what if I have a witness? What do you think, Hina?
Huh?
Remember what you were telling me earlier?
That's a master. You could have done that.
Just to be perfectly clear, the knife disappeared while you were in the dining hall.
Yeah, that's right.
And at any point while you were there, did you ever see me come into the dining hall?
No, I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No, he definitely wasn't there.
The knife disappeared while Hina was in the dining hall. But I wasn't there the entire time. In other words, there's no way I could have taken the knife.
Okay, then what about this? What if the idiot swimmer girl and Makoto are in on it together and lying to protect each other?
Swimmer girl?
Wow.
And more importantly, why would I get involved in something like that?
You struck a nerve there.
Speaking of which, I'd like to ask the bear, if there is an accomplice, do they also become blackened?
So you ask, and so I shall answer. Each murder is allowed to have an accomplice, but only the one who does the killing will get to graduate.
So in other words, two people can work together, but one of them has no chance of profiting from it.
Then there's no way anyone would work together, right?
But what if they did work together and they just didn't know about the rules?
Good grief, enough already. No, okay? There are no accomplices in this case.
Oh, trigger!
Did I say that out loud?
Anyway, I didn't go to the dining hall. And I didn't take the knife. So I'm not the killer.
Okay, so then, who did
Hina seems the obvious candidate. After all, she just said she was in the dining hall.
No way! I swear it wasn't me!
Sure, but can you or anyone else prove that? I
Right.
That's right. Sakura was with me the entire time I was drinking my tea.
Like when we hung out with her.
I hate to have to ask, but just to be sure, Sakura's
Sakura's
right.
He's nervous.
But then, couldn't either one of them have grabbed the knife?
Actually, no. Because,
No.
Just spit it out already.
Thank
I
you,
stayed in Hina's room last night.
I got so scared thanks to those creepy videos. I wasn't really thinking, I just asked her to stay over. Which means, we have airtight alibi. You stayed over? Doesn't that violate one of the school regulations?
We're not allowed to sleep anywhere but the dorms. But it doesn't say we have to stay in our assigned room, so I don't think that's a problem.
It is a problem. A boy and a...
I'm a girl.
You are?
But if it wasn't
so
either
sorry,
of
I'm
you,
so
then
sorry
one
to
possibility
do
is that.
Yeah. I could tell she was a girl.
Actually, there is one other possibility. Right, Hina?
Oh, yeah, that's true. One other person did come to the dining hall while we were there.
Why didn't you say so in the first
We know
place?
what it is.
Well, because they're not here anymore. Sayaka,
Oh.
she's the one who came to the dining hall.
And she got the knife.
And then later, she wound up dead.
Sayaka.
I got it! Then, Sayaka is the one who took the knife?
Didn't take that
That's the only possibility. And thinking
How'd she get
back
the
on
scars?
it,
That's what I
she
wanna know.
was acting kind of unusual. When she
No,
came into
right.
the dining hall, she didn't even look at us. She just went straight to the kitchen. As she left, she said she just wanted a drink of water. But most likely...
The person who took the knife was the victim herself. I'm sure she just took it for self-defense.
So you're saying the knife she took was then taken from her, and she was killed with it? In that case, you may not have taken the knife, but you still could have killed her.
What?
See? He did do it after all.
She looks so smug.
No, you're wrong.
So, that's how you would twist the argument and send us all off in the wrong direction? You possess a most terrifying talent.
There and then me to know it. Can you understand? Don't look me, everyone's gonna
Hold
die.
on. It's still too early to decide conclusively that Makoto is the killer, wouldn't you say?
Thank you.
Because you see, if the room did belong to the killer, then they did something most bewildering. And until we unravel that little mystery, you simply can't declare that he's the killer.
Switched the names and then broke the door.
Bewildering? What the hell are you talking about?
You'll find out.
Something was missing from the scene of the crime that by all rights should have been there. You know what I'm talking about, don't you?
Oh, Hangman's Gambit.
What's this?
Remember? The words,
Oh boy. This game a little bit different. Important phrase. Complete the phrase by shooting.
It's
Hair. Hair. Yeah.
really?
Ow.
Now I understand.
Looks like they're going harder than that.
That's right. There wasn't a single hair on the floor.
So, the culprit removed some evidence?
Yes. And if I were the culprit, why would I need to get rid of all the hair in my own room? It wouldn't be unusual at all to find my hair at the crime scene if the crime scene is in my room.
The reason all the hair was gone was to remove any trace that Sayaka had ever been there. That makes sense, does it not?
No. If that were the case, they would have had to do something about the body itself, not just her hair.
They would have found it eventually.
They didn't have to move her at all.
Okay, then why wasn't there any hair on the ground?
The killer got rid of it all, of course, to remove anything.
Then that means...
Precisely. It's simply beyond reason to believe that the room's owner and the killer are one and the same.
Really? Makoto isn't the culprit?
Are you sure we can decide something so important based solely on the absence of some hair?
No. There are other reasons that prove why Makoto could...
I would like to hear these reasons.
Please.
Do you remember anything remarkable about the bathroom at the... Sayaka was attacked in the main room first, then fled into the bathroom, right?
Yeah, then they ran after her, got into the bathroom, and stabbed her.
And how did the killer get into the bathroom? Did they have any trouble with it?
What do you mean?
The door
It's
handle.
fairly certain that the killer had some trouble getting into the bathroom. There was clear evidence left behind. Do you remember, Makoto?
Door handle.
I got it!
Got it.
Evidence that the killer had trouble getting into the bathroom. You're talking about the doorknob, right?
The doorknob? What doorknob?
Oh yeah, you were whimpering in the bathroom.
The doorknob for my bathroom. It was completely broken. See how the top part was unscrewed? And the doorknob's about ready to fall off?
Oh yeah, true. But what does it mean?
In trying to bypass the lock, they ended up nearly removing the entire doorknob. This is another most bewildering act for the room's owner. It proves Makoto is beyond suspicion.
So what? You're saying he wouldn't break the door in his own room? But if the only choice you have is to break it, you break it. There's nothing bewildering about it.
But what if you knew how to get in without breaking it?
He's the that's right, Makoto's the one who
You still don't see?
Monokuma.
Okay then. Let's take another look at how the incident unfolded. Hopefully that will help you understand.
She's in her zone. She's trying to help everybody else. Weak spots.
I want to see if I can get through this trial without using that.
But usually what?
The incident took place in Makoto's room. Sayaka was first attacked in the main room. She then fled into the bathroom.
Then the killer ran after her. And they got into the bathroom.
At that point, the killer had to try and bust down the door. Because Sayaka had locked it.
Bingo! I almost got that wrong! I
missed the first time.
The reason my bathroom didn't open wasn't because it was locked. After all, the girls' rooms are the only ones with walk-in bathrooms, right?
Yes, now that you mention it, that is true.
So the one that she had a walk-in bathroom.
Then why didn't the bathroom door open?
Because it was stuck. Huh? What are you talking about?
Look at this shirt.
My bathroom door doesn't fit in the frame quite right. Monokuma over there can testify to that.
Yep, true as true can be.
Thank you, Monica.
Don't you know, you're supposed to be the only lucky student, right? But to have
He's got a
such
purposely
a
put that
door.
Wow.
That's not lucky at all.
So the reason the door didn't open was just because it was stuck. But the killer didn't know that and assumed it was locked. So they tore apart the doorknob to get in.
Okay, but then why would the killer even think the door was locked in the first place? Everyone should have known you can't lock any of the boys' bathrooms.
The killer could easily make that mistake, thanks to one important detail about
So
the
they thought it was a girl's bathroom.
I got it! The killer must not have realized that it was my room.
What? Are you saying the culprit didn't even know where he was? That's inconceivable.
The only smart people here is Makoto and Kyoko.
And yet, he's absolutely right. Well, to be more specific, what the killer didn't know was that Makoto and Sayaka which is what led to the misunderstanding about the bathroom. If Sayaka had been in her own room, then
there would have been a lock on the door, and they would have had to break through!
So they had no idea how unnecessary their actions were.
Ultimately, we can't know if it came open by force or simply by accident. But the killer must have been considerably confused.
Regardless, it was a pointless act. Wasting time trying to pick.
Definitely something I wouldn't do, since I would have known exactly why it wasn't opening, right?
That is a definite possibility.
So the killer would have to be someone who didn't know they'd switched rooms?
Then Makoto couldn't have done it.
She's like, no, I'm wrong!
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Then who did do it?
Oh, he's so mad.
I'm sorry, but I give up! Quit without saving!
Very quick.
What happens if we can't decide on who we think did it?
Why don't we just vote right
Oh,
now?
yeah,
Majority
right.
rules!
We're gonna get killed.
Majority rules? You really think that's a good idea?
He's so scared.
Yeah, our necks are on the
Well,
line
he's scared
here.
as well.
Someone seriously needs to do something. For serious.
Does no one have any other thoughts or questions?
Like,
It does not matter. Oh, as a matter of fact, I do have one question.
Oh,
You don't gotta sound so disappointed.
It's fine, it's fine. Just ask your question.
Oh yeah. Okay, so, well, I was just wondering, how did the culprit get into Makoto's room in the first place?
Yes. How did the killer get inside?
they were let into the room. They had a fight. She went to the bathroom. They couldn't get the door open, so they went back to the room, got the room back, and broke it open.
So the door was still unlocked because she was in the bathroom.
Well, technically they didn't know, so the door was locked.
Maybe
No, the main
Sayaka just
door.
dropped the key somewhere and the culprit picked it up.
No,
That's
it was
possible,
the room.
right?
I don't think so. That seems way too convenient.
Key was still in the room.
Then maybe someone picked the lock?
It's very something very, not very happy about this dream.
Negative!
Yes,
You
no.
remember, Monokuma made it quite clear that the locks are all unpickable.
Fine. How about this? The killer got in the easy way. They could have knocked and said they wanted to talk or something, and Miss Maizono just let him in.
He still, look, that is true, he only talks in the last name.
No, that can't be it either.
Say what?
Oh, trying to argue against me? Sounds like someone doesn't know his place.
Sounds like someone is you!
Oh, why exactly can't
How
that
big
be
is
it?
his hand? His hand is as big as his head.
Be brave.
Hand hands. What?
Okay, no way Sayaka could have let him. Switching rooms. Originally asked me to switch your room when someone attempted to force. No, wait, go back. You go.
I got it!
Bingo!
Because Sayaka was already scared, remember? That's why she asked me to switch rooms.
I want to get an A on this class.
Don't open the door for anyone.
Knowing what she'd been through, I just can't believe she would have opened the door for anyone.
what if her being scared was a lie?
Oh.
Huh? What the hell is that supposed to mean? Why would she lie about something like
I know you don't want to consider it, but look at this and tell me. Can you still deny the possibility?
She switched the room.
She sent the note to the killer who was supposed to be her victim. She was gonna kill them, but instead they turned around and killed her.
Something I wanted to talk to you about.
You could have left her alone. She was looking in the bathroom. You could have left her alone.
Instead, you want to spend it.
I found a notepad during my search,
So,
and I shaded in the top sheet with a pencil.
They said there was nothing wrong with the notebook. I never could have figured that out. No, wait, it was in the other room.
No, it was in the note.
It was in Sayaka's room.
No.
She wrote that note originally. No, there was no notebook in her room. There was a notebook in our room. Why was there a notebook? No notebook in her room, yeah, in our room.
No, but this is nothing to do with it, but it had to be.
By the way, there's something
And these are the words that appear.
Oh man! I've totally seen people do that on detective shows.
Yeah.
Right! It can leave an imprint. Sketch over the next sheet of paper, and you can see the words. When I saw that, I was like, holy crap! I better make sure I rip the paper out before I use it from now on.
It's a pretty old-fashioned technique, but even the classics can be surprisingly useful sometimes. Oh, and I should also mention, I found the notepad on the desk in Makoto's room. Huh? Which means only someone who had been in Makoto's room before the incident could have written it.
And either it was Makoto who lived there, or Sayaka who switched rooms for a single night.
So, Makoto, did you write this?
No, I didn't.
But of course you didn't, because the note also bears a perfectly legible signature.
Yeah.
Sayaka's signature.
But why? Why would she write that?
The note was likely her way of getting in touch with a certain someone. She must have slid it under their door to let them know she wanted to meet with them in secret.
If you got an invitation like that from the ultimate pop sensation, what young man could resist?
Me. I would gladly resist that note.
I'm only into 2D, so it wouldn't have any effect on me.
Nice try.
Steve rhymes it.
Oh, now you're a raffle.
But can we be sure anyone even got this note?
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, even if they did, I do not think they are at all involved in what happened.
How so?
Then you are as dumb as a rock.
Huh? What makes you say that? Would you like to hear what I have to say?
I'd rather not.
I would.
Very well then. Pay attention.
No. I don't think I heard. No, maid. Go print some tables. You open the camera, right?
Sayaka and Makoto switched rooms, correct? But in the note, the place they were asked to come to, it specifically said, my room. I see. So if someone read that note, then they would have gone to Sayaka's room. Exactly. The room that Makoto was staying in. So in other words, even if someone did read the note and did what it said, they would not have any connection to what happened.
It certainly would seem
What's the
that
last
way.
one?
Sayaka and Makoto switched rooms, but in the note, it specifically says, my IC. So if someone read that, then they would have gone to Sayaka's room. Exactly. The room
No, that's wrong.
First try, into the time. You'll get that A+.
The nameplates on my and Sayaka's rooms got
they got switched?
That's right. The nameplates got switched, just like the rooms themselves. As a result, the nameplate on Sayaka's room actually had Makoto's, and the nameplate on Makoto's room had Sayaka's.
So what you're saying is, the room Sayaka was staying in was actually marked as her room.
Then, if someone did do what the note said, they would end up at Makoto's room where Sayaka was.
Plus, their rooms are right next to each other, so switching the nameplates would be no problem.
And who paid attention to where the rooms
And the one who switched the names was... Well, of course it wasn't you,
I
right,
would-
Makoto?
It would not be the killer.
right.
Okay, then who did it?
Sayaka was the one.
me and Sayaka were the only ones who ever knew about us switching rooms. So the only other person besides me who would even know to switch the nameplates.
You can also infer as much from her note.
In my room, so Sayaka had to switch the place. Check the nameplate.
She specifically tells the reader to check the nameplate. She would only have written that if she knew the nameplates had been switched.
But why would she switch them in the first place?
She wanted someone to come to the room she was in, and also hide the fact that it was Makoto's room.
We know why.
The bathroom door. Yeah, the bathroom door.
No, seriously.
Inviting someone to your room, but not telling them you'd switched rooms. Why would anyone do that?
To understand that, we first need to understand what happened after she invited the person into the room. That's where the answer lies.
What happened then was probably whoever she invited over came in and attacked her.
Switch that, and we're right.
We figured it out! We know who did it! Whoever she invited over is the culprit!
You're right.
That's true.
You're right about that, but
not the other part.
you
But we
ordered
still
him.
don't know who it is, you goddamn idiot!
Sayaka fought with her killer there in the room,
At
yes?
least Monokuma never messed with the Monokuma vial this time.
At least.
Perhaps the answer to our previous question lies in that initial struggle.
Yes, I think you're right.
Then... we just have to figure out what happened during the fight, right?
I can't wait for the closing scene. It's always so nice to do. See them.
That reminds me. There was a replica sword at the murder scene.
Yep,
Was
those
that
dudes.
perhaps used during the fight?
Oh yeah, what's the deal with that sword?
Sayaka suggested I should hold on to it. I thought it might come in handy if I had to defend myself. It seems pretty likely that the killer used it to break Sayaka's right wrist.
How the hell could you possibly know that's what broke her wrist?
The gold pen.
How would you know?
I got it!
I thought I was gonna get wrong.
All
I
you
thought I
have
was
to
supposed
do is
to
take a
destroy
good
it.
look at her broken wrist, right there where her wrist is all swollen.
Ooh.
There's something
ew.
glittery there.
Is that gold?
It sure is. Specifically, the gold coating from the replica sword. You barely have to touch that stuff, and it'll stick right to you. And there's some on her wrist because
she got hit with the sword! Right there on her wrist!
Bingo.
I see. And so the truth draws
So,
ever closer.
if she had the knife in her hand and you hit her on that wrist,
She would have been disarmed,
she would have dropped the knife.
leaving the killer to pick it up. You could have picked the lock with the
Then
knife
it's about
as well.
time to solve this mystery.
How would you pick a knife? How would you pick a lock of a knife?
If the blade is thin and or if the blade is sticking out, then you could have twisted
It's a kitchen knife. It's one of those that are thick.
Okay then. What happened in my room?
You need a screw. It's easy to use a screwdriver that you have. You gotta have a screwdriver.
But yet still, that would cover you. Sure.
Another?
Multiple truth bullets. Only one of those bullets can actually refute the proper statement. We need to use concentrate.
Oh, yeah. And then they're gonna add what's it called? White nose? That's why I said I'm kind, because I don't like trouble. Here's the bullets we got.
Sword to use the kitchen knife and the replica sword.
When the fighting broke out, the culprit grabbed the sword, and that's when the first blow was dealt. A sword-based sneak attack.
And that's what broke Miss Mizono's wrist.
No, that's not it.
Back. She grabbed the kitchen knife she had hidden on her
That's
leg.
it.
But then the culprit took that from her too.
And they killed her with it.
And that's that's exactly what happened.
No.
She didn't try. She tried to sneak.
Wait, no. They didn't hit her. They didn't hit her with a sword. They hit her with a sword shed.
When the fighting broke out, the culprit grabbed the sword, and that's when the first blow was dealt.
It was with the sheep.
A sword-based sneak attack.
And that's what broke Miss Mizono's wrist.
So she tried to fight. She grabbed the kitchen knife. She didn't know.
Yeah, she did.
But then the culprit took that from her too.
And they killed her with it.
And that's exactly what happened.
Okay, what was the mistake? No, it's the kitchen knife. The kitchen knife for the first one. It wasn't a sword-based sneak attack. It was the knife that they stuck with.
No, because they did use a sword, but it was a sneak attack. But I don't know if that's the wrong thing.
No, dude, think about it. If they have a knife, you wouldn't. If they had a knife and a sword, you wouldn't do a sword because it's a replica. The sword was not used to strike the first blow. It was the knife, because they used the sheath to block it.
When the fighting broke out, the
Get
culprit
the-
grabbed the sword, and that's when the first blow was dealt. A sword-based sneak attack.
No, it's
Do
wrong.
it. Oh, baby.
It would have been a sword-based sneak attack. You'd be using to defend yourself.
Actually, no. I don't think the fight started
You
with
started
the
with a
sword.
knife. You were right.
Why not?
She struck first. And that's where the scuff marks are on the sword.
Because the sword sheath had been scratched. See? There's a gash in it. Like someone...
Something sharp.
Yeah, it's a cut.
You mean like the kitchen knife? That was the only sharp thing found at the scene.
Stop jumping ahead. Slow down and explain it so I get what the hell's going on.
Not the picture.
If the sword was
Not
used
the
first, there wouldn't be any explanation for the scratch on the sheath. If you are going to attack with the sword, you take it out of the sheath first, right?
That's true. With the sheath on, it'd be heavy and bulky and useless as shit.
Okay, so how did the sheath get damaged?
The block.
If they got attacked with the kitchen knife, maybe they grabbed the sword as a defensive impulse. In that situation, there wouldn't be any time to actually unsheath the sword.
So you're saying the sword was initially used to defend against an attack from the knife?
Which means whoever had the kitchen knife was the one who attacked first.
I think I get it. So here's how it all played out. The culprit came in, found the kitchen knife hidden there somewhere.
You're an idiot! Sayaka had the knife.
Then they took the knife and attacked Sayaka before she knew what was happening. So she grabbed the sword to defend herself.
How is it?
But then the culprit
Sayaka's
took
not
that from her
stupid.
too.
She didn't have the kitchen knife running out next to it.
She would have
Then,
had to like
after they broke
Besides,
her wrist with the
the
sword,
door is closer to the sword
they
than...
took the knife and finished it.
Sorry, but I don't think Sayaka used the sword to defend herself.
What? How the hell can you not think that?
you just keeping up.
Because she never held the sword at all. There's a certain part of her body that makes this
The
clear.
wrist, right? Oh, a hand.
Shoot!
Just like. There goes that egg. Her stomach.
No.
You're talking about her palms,
Shit,
right?
excuse me.
The palms of her hands were perfectly clean.
It takes a
So I
lot.
don't think she ever picked up the sword.
How can you know that just by looking at her palms?
It goes from section to section.
Like I said before, the gold coating on that sword comes right off. All you have to do is touch it. In fact, if you look, you'll notice that a lot of the gold has already come off the handle. It's safe to assume that's because whoever used the sword got some of it on their hand. There's really no way she could have picked it up and come away completely.
Maybe she washed her hands after she escaped into the bathroom.
Water doesn't work at night.
Sorry, but I don't think so.
Why do you say that? Is it because you think I'm ugly?
Completely irrelevant.
No, that's not it at all.
The water turner.
I got it! According to the Monokuma file, Sayaka's time of death was around 1:30 a.m. In other words, at nighttime. And the water in the bathroom shuts off at nighttime, right?
Oh, I didn't know that. Actually, I haven't taken a shower.
You're no different. You smell like a big fat ugly donkey. I'm not sure whether to take that as an insult or a compliment.
Insult, obviously.
Like he looks like crying.
So anyway, if Sayaka never touched the sword, then that means the killer is the only one who used the sword. But hold on. If that's right, then the one who damaged the sheath with the kitchen knife was Sayaka.
I got it! She had the kitchen knife?
But we already said that the attack started with...
The person with the knife attacked first, and the sword was used as an impromptu defense.
Go to the kitchen,
The
got
one
the
who
knife.
attacked first was Sayaka?
Now do you understand? She wasn't a blameless victim in this.
No, far from it. It's almost as if she'd been planning to commit a murder of her own.
She was desperate.
She took the knife from the kitchen, then invited the culprit to the room she was staying in. And if it's true that she had the kitchen knife and attacked without provocation...
Indeed. These are all the actions of an assailant.
Which brings up another point. Makoto, Sayaka was the one who suggested you two switch rooms, correct? Maybe the reason she wanted to switch rooms was so that she could pin the crime on you. That is a possibility, is it not?
Sayaka wanted to... on me?
They're the only one gullible enough.
That would also explain why she would switch the nameplates. She wanted to get whoever she had targeted to come to Makoto's room where she was staying, and by committing the murder there, instead of her room, that would implicate Makoto. But for that to work, the target had to be lured out while still keeping the room swap a secret. If the target knew she had switched rooms, they would have become suspicious right away.
So all that's why she switched the names?
But doesn't that plan seem a little risky? For one thing, even if her plan worked, Mr. Naegi would just tell everyone they'd switched rooms.
I don't know. I'm not sure our soft-hearted Makoto is capable of that kind of cutthroat behavior. I'm sure Sayaka realized the same thing, which is why out of all of us, she asked him to switch rooms.
Plus, she was the ultimate pop sensation. A totally forgettable kid. Or a national superstar. Who are you more likely to believe?
Kid.
Wait, then you're saying she had this all planned out?
Holy shit!
But in the end, her plan backfired. She launched her attack with the knife, then found herself under attack in turn. That must be when her wrist got broken, and she was forced to drop the knife.
The tables were suddenly turned on her, and she died at the hands of the one she planned to murder.
Just hold on! That can't be true! Because...
Hey! You guys have totally derailed the argument! You're being super boring right now. Come on, hurry up and decide who did it. Wouldn't it be awful if I had to punish you all just because you ran out of time?
Oh yeah, we gotta decide who we think did it.
I can already decide.
Makoto, right now you just need to concentrate on figuring out the answer to this
We
mystery.
figured it out.
If we can't uncover who murdered Sayaka, it's over for all of us.
This guy's gonna get killed! Is it really all over?
No. It's
No, because we haven't used a lot of it.
Nothing left. The dying message.
Yeah, we know what it is.
It's easy just to say, hey, decide who did it. But there just aren't any more clues, right? There still might be one clue left. Sayaka's dying message.
Hey, no, we still have the crystal ball left.
Crystal ball, the
Dining.
board
Wait,
shot, the
what
board
did you say?
sparking.
Can we all put it all together?
The dying message. She wrote something on the wall behind her. 11037. Written in her own blood. There must be a clue.
I actually never knew what it was until the trial came along. I'm like,
Are you kidding me?
I'm serious.
You
I'm
didn't know.
I'm like,
Ladies and gentlemen,
are you freaking kidding me?
prepare to have your minds blown if you haven't already.
Before we get too far into that,
Really?
I need to ask,
From the killer and he stops.
can we really be sure that Sayaka is the one who wrote it?
With blood on her hand.
She had a blade on her finger, which she used to write with.
Left index finger.
I got it! Her left index finger had. That could only be because she used that finger to write the message.
I see. She broke her right wrist during the fight.
And she
so
has
she'd
to
have
write
to
it
use her left hand to write.
Sure.
And upside
I
down.
think we can all agree Sayaka wrote. What the heck do those numbers mean? 11037?
That was very clear.
Yeah, I mean, you would have never known if you hadn't seen it.
Hey,
We
Chihiro,
probably just gave away
you're
the
a
answer.
computer nerd or whatever, right?
No, that's not. Yes, I'm a programmer, but I don't see any kind of meaning in these numbers.
Of course. It's because they're not numbers.
Oh, yeah, it looks like.
What?
No, it's just. Look at the numbers, assuming they're not numbers.
And what do they spell?
Don't these first two, 1 1, look less like two numbers and.
Ah, you're right. But looking at it now, you could also read it as an N.
You're done!
That's all.
You might have fun.
Little gray cells are really getting
Red soldier your brain.
But even if that really is an N037, doesn't make any more sense than
Oh, it
before.
does.
Rotate the image 180 degrees.
Thank you.
Are you kidding me?
Oh my god. Now I see.
Why can't all the
She
murderers
wrote down the
be
killer's name.
Why
You used their own blood. Where they died instantaneously, like to a blow to the head. And there's no blood.
But if there is blood from the head, a blood trauma will be the only.
You don't have enough blood to write it. And besides, once they do it once, then you know that they would probably do it and watch it away, wouldn't you? So what's the point?
So then how does she have time?
Because he got nothing of it. She covered it with her body, remember? She purposely didn't back and forth cover it.
You just shot past the clue part and right onto who did it. So whose name did she write?
Flip it upside down. Here we go.
Where are you, you son of a gun?
Wait, go back. I thought it's
You're done!
That's how it goes.
The key to solving this mystery was simply to rotate the writing 180 degrees. If you turn the message around, it becomes the letters
L-E-O-N.
L-E-O-N, or more accurately, Leon.
What the hell are you talking about?
He's trying to
It's
correct
just a
himself now.
coincidence. It's just a bunch of random scribbles that happen to look like my name.
Random scribble.
No, it's not random at all.
Two people on one.
She wrote that message on the wall behind her as she was leaning up against it. In that position, she couldn't move to write normally, and had to write upside down as it were. And as a result, when you look at it standing in front of her,
Why
it
is
ends
the
up
blood
getting
pink?
flipped.
It's just their choice.
Try it for yourself if you want.
Well, then black.
Write
Well,
something
mix it
sitting
more.
like her, and the
Pink
letters
is not
will be
an
inverted.
color.
It's an interesting color.
I would have rather seen red blood. Red blood is a little bit more
That
outstanding.
sounds like one hell of a stretch to me. I'm the killer? You can't just go
He's
and
like,
say
I am
If
not
you're
the
not
killer.
a killer,
I
then
am
why
not
did you
the
try to
killer.
destroy the evidence, huh?
That's one thing that kills him.
You know what I'm talking about, right, Makoto? The evidence Leon tried to get rid of?
You know everything.
No, because he's trying to get us to quit.
The scrap.
I got it! You mean the burnt shirt piece I found laying on the ground by the incinerator.
As the killer stabbed Sayaka, they must have gotten some of her blood on them. And to dispose of the shirt covered in the victim's blood, they threw it into the incinerator.
But one piece burned off and got left behind.
And the killer didn't notice. If they had, they most certainly would have panicked. Isn't that right, Leon?
Guilty.
But is one scrap of fabric enough to conclude that Leon is guilty?
And how would you
I mean, Leon's not the only one wearing a white button-up.
That's right! There are plenty of other people here with shirts like mine.
So mad.
With just that one little charred piece, there's no way you can say for sure who it belongs to. You're right.
That alone isn't
Yes,
enough. But there are some
would any of
reports
them
that may
else
reveal
should?
the truth.
The incinerator. You
Are
would
you
have to
finally
have
starting to understand?
skill.
The answers to all the riddles are...
Yeah.
There's 30 feet to the incinerator button. Which is usually, if this isn't a certain kind of game, if you can all figure it out yet, I'm kind of disappointed. How was it supposed to? How is it?
Closely
Get
at
back
how the
into the
shirt
bomb
was
shot
disposed
here.
of. We should
That
be
was
able to
easy,
figure out who...
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. I think I know what you're gonna say. You can't reach the incinerator without opening the gate in front of the trash room, right? And obviously, you wouldn't be able to hit the switch to turn it on either.
How would you know? You never go in the trash room.
You need the key to get in. And the one with the key was the person on cleaning duty. So the killer had to be whoever was in charge of taking care of the trash.
Interesting.
Do it. Break it down. That's not evidence.
The key to the trash room. Whoever was on cleaning duty must have had it, right?
No.
So the only one who could get to the incinerator was the person in charge of the trash?
Yeah.
And you'd have to get close to the incinerator in order to destroy the evidence.
Bingo. You just keep giving yourself more and more lies. Sorry, one.
Hold on. I think I know how someone could dispose of the evidence without using the trash room key.
But if you can't get past the gate,
Oh,
you couldn't
that's
possibly
your
turn on the
master
incinerator,
picture.
could
You
you?
could throw a glass ball and hit the thing.
Yes,
Which is
you
the size
could.
of your palm.
If you used...
What is it, some kind of glass ball? It's busted to hell.
Actually, it was supposed to be a crystal ball.
Now you pick up me, but I was gonna kick your retard. You know what we should call you? Ricky Retardo!
But
Yeah,
how would you use it?
The fine with it? Yes! Close and hit the
The
thing.
killer simply took aim at the incinerator switch and threw the ball through a gap, and all they had to do was hit that switch, and the incinerator would come to life.
Going through that, through a gap in the gate?
Remember what you said before, Hifumi? Hifumi had the key. So the only way the incinerator could have been turned on without his knowledge was because the killer was able to hit the switch without opening the gate. Once they got the incinerator going, all they had to do was ball up the shirt and toss it in.
Hey, come on! What the hell is this?
All you have to do is look at the scene to know that the killer never actually went inside the trash room. The shards of broken glass, the incinerator left running,
Well, what about hair?
the piece of shirt that escaped the fire.
No, the piece of shirt would have been burned. You would have cleaned the glass, and the incinerator would turn off.
If the killer had been on cleaning duty,
Then
the
you have to have
evidence would
another
have been
glass ball
taken
and
care
fill
of
it
much
up.
more thoroughly.
Wait, no,
just hold on.
But the distance from the gate to the incinerator has to be at least 30 feet, right? The pinpoint accuracy you'd need to throw a glass
Oh,
ball
but
that
he's a
far and
massive
hit something.
pitcher.
Could someone really
Even
do
though he can
that?
walk the ultimate baseball star.
That's right. There's no way. It'd be impossible.
Impossible is not a
Absolutely.
word.
Impossible? I don't think so. Because the killer is...
Ultimate baseball star.
Because the killer is the ultimate baseball star. Isn't that right, Leon? Do you have any idea how stupid you sound right now?
How do you know how stupid you sound right now?
A target 30 feet away would surely be little challenge for the ultimate baseball star.
Dead eye.
You can't be serious. I'm not the killer.
Panic pocket.
These goddamn shipper brains have got it all wrong, I'm telling you!
You still won't admit it? Okay then. Makoto, go ahead and
review.
With that, we can end it.
Listen to me! What the hell do you mean end this?
I mean, it doesn't matter what you say. We're gonna vote yeah.
Say what you want, Leon. But all the questions have been answered. And now here's what happened.
Recap. Oh, do you want to do it? Alright. Alright, so there's more. Wait, there's more.
Wait.
Wait, no, let's get this stuff.
Right?
There's one more board. You have your glass ball. There's more evidence.
You have to fill all these in.
Yeah, we gotta fill them all in. Oh wait, wait. No, one more. So she was in the bathroom. They got my watch. And there's more evidence. I think it's taking on. Hold down the left mouse button.
What?
Navigating truth panels. Use the mouse wheel to navigate through all the truth panels.
Yeah. Oh.
There's a little more. Let's scroll up. See, look. The first one. You came into the room. He attacked him. There was the sword was behind him, so we knew it's that.
Here's exactly what happened.
Let's hope we get this right.
I think I'd better take one more look back at the case from the beginning.
Oh my god. This didn't take long at all.
Last
It's
night,
like 2 hours
Killer went
to
to
go
the
to
room
trial.
Sayaka was in. From what we can tell, Sayaka invited that person there intending to kill them.
Doesn't enough to escape.
She attacked them with the knife she'd taken from the kitchen earlier. Then something happened that she wasn't. They grabbed the fake sword
Mother
and put it in my room and
Not
fought
Mother
back.
Earth. That's what that's the hero was.
During the struggle, a strike from the sword
He's like,
broke
ah.
Sayaka's right wrist.
I am not gonna die though. Darn.
And that's when she lost her grip on the kitchen knife. Finding herself cornered, Sayaka panicked and ran into the bathroom. The killer went after her, but couldn't get the bathroom door open. What they didn't know was that my bathroom door got stuck easily, and there was a trick to opening it. Sayaka knew about that because I told her, but of course the killer had no way of knowing. So instead, the killer forced the door open, took the kitchen knife,
Went back to the room.
How did he kill her?
and stabbed Sayaka.
See, that's the crux of the problem.
If
Once she left in the room, he could have left at any time. She wasn't doing it again. But he wanted to leave that bad that he was gonna desperately kill
all the people. The first one.
But with what strength she had remaining, Sayaka left a dying message. To keep the killer from noticing, she wrote it on the wall behind her. And with that, all her strength was gone. With Sayaka dead, the killer quickly began destroying the evidence. First, they took off their shirt, which was covered in their victim's blood. Then they took the lint roller in my room and cleaned up the entire area. They wanted to make sure they got rid of any trace they'd ever been there.
Pretty big job.
Afterwards, the killer headed to the trash room to destroy their bloody shirt. They tried to burn the shirt using the incinerator there.
Right.
But the trash room was blocked off by an especially sturdy gate, preventing access to the incinerator.
So we got the ball from the laundry room.
So they came up with a plan to use Hiro's crystal ball, which he left in the laundry room. The killer managed to throw the ball through the gap in the gate and hit the incinerator switch. For any normal person, that'd be an impossible throw, but the killer had the confidence to take a shot. And that's because the killer was the ultimate The crystal ball, thrown with absolute precision, hit the switch on the incinerator, which then quickly roared to life. Having destroyed the final piece of evidence, they left the area with it. But there was one thing they missed. Part of the shirt they'd thrown into the fire burnt away and fell out of the incinerator. The killer didn't notice this, and so left behind a piece of indisputable evidence. Isn't that right, Leon?
Bingo.
It would appear that Hiro simply forgot his crystal ball in the laundry room. You went there to try and wash the blood out of your shirt. And that's where you saw it, right? Seeing the ball, you thought of a way to take care of everything.
So, Leon, do you object to anything that's been said?
Do I object? Hell yes, I object! Of course I do! I object! I object! I object! This is just a bunch of stupid theories! You need evidence! Where's the evidence? Without evidence, it's all bullshit! It's bullshit and I refuse to acknowledge it!
Well then, I guess this is as good a time as any to present the evidence that proves you did it. Makoto, I believe you're in possession of that evidence.
Okay, whatever. More time out. Alright, so let's hear about this.
No.
Button presses. So you left, right, left, right, left, right.
When the killer removed the screws from the doorknob, they didn't use anything from your room to do it. Instead, they must have used something that belonged to them.
I refuse to acknowledge you.
You're stupid! Stupid, stupid, stupid!
Reminds me of Scout,
Stupid,
but
stupid,
that's
stupid,
Scout.
stupid, stupid, stupid!
It's not a little kid.
Yeah. Bark, fly, crack,
All the time action.
Left, right, left, right.
Where's your proof? You kidding me?
Left, left, right.
Not a chance!
Well,
It wasn't me!
temple.
Stupid!
Oh, see the left, right, and the combo finger.
Stop talking! Shut up! Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance! Stupid! You lied! Shut up!
Yeah, let's
Where's
see
your
that.
proof? You kidding me? Not a chance! It wasn't me! Stupid! You lied! Stop talking!
Good try. Got him.
Where's your proof?
This should prove it.
Oh, that was...
Well, you need rhythm.
I was trying to figure out how it worked.
The screws on the bathroom
Now they hurt.
doorknob
1, 2,
were
1, 2, 1, 2.
removed.
No.
I wonder what kind of...
I mean,
Yeah, but it has to
it
be
had
on
to
the
be a
circle,
screwdriver, right?
Oh yeah. I'm pretty sure the toolkits we got each had one inside.
And that must be what he used. There aren't any other tools anywhere.
You can't use a knife.
The room had clearly never been used.
That's because the culprit didn't know it was your room. They thought they were in Sayaka's room.
Only the boys got toolkits, so the killer naturally assumed there wouldn't be one in there.
Okay, then whose toolkit did the killer...
Stupid, stupid, stupid!
Yeah.
It had to be their very own toolkit.
It was
Stupid,
like,
stupid,
God.
stupid, stupid!
Leon, would you mind showing us your toolkit? If I'm right about this, then the screwdriver will show some evidence of being used.
Stupid, stupid, stupid!
Huh? And if you say you used it for something else, you'll have to explain exactly when, where, and why.
And let me say this right now. I lost it isn't an excuse at this point.
Stupid.
That's what you say? What is happening to his face?
So, you have no rebuttal?
Then it would seem we are finished here.
Oh, no, we're far from finished.
Why is his face like that? Wait. Hey!
Yeah! Hey, wait.
Oh, we almost got 1,000.
You know what? That's gonna be the thumbnail.
Fine. You can make it.
Do you think that would be a good thumbnail?
Hey, Rocky.
Yeah, give me those tokens.
Oh no.
What's a mistrial?
Looks like you've reached your verdict. Then are we ready to cast our votes? You all have a lever in front of you. Use it to make yourself... Oh, just to remind you, make triple sure you vote for someone. You wouldn't want to be punished for something so minor, right?
You're punished for not voting.
Okay, then let's get excited!
Thrills, chills, kills!
Who will be chosen as the blackened?
Will
you make the right choice? Or the dreadfully wrong one?
Guys.
What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
I can't wait. I want to find out. Who's everybody gonna vote for? Who do you think?
That one's gonna get
There's a band, we found our troll.
And now for the worst part.
Uh-oh. Looks like you got it right on the money. You found the killer. What's so bad about that?
Oh.
The back in his case. The one who killed Panther. Leon Koala.
Huh? Hey, hold on.
Leon, did you really kill Sayaka? I will rip your heart out. I will choke you with that choke you're wearing.
That's like a lot.
You son of a bitch!
What the hell's wrong with you?
I didn't have a choice.
You have a choice.
Oh, you had a choice. You could have left the room and she
Yeah,
locked
you're
herself in.
headed
So
sloppy.
that's why.
None of you are any different!
One long step and you'll be the one standing here. Complete chance. You have a choice. You didn't have a choice.
No, why did she choose him?
I was just unlucky. That's.
Hey!
Even
Come
Mama.
on!
Expect me to just accept my death?
Everything's become clear. The decision we made was right after all. But when I think about it, honestly, I'd better off if we'd been wrong. Because what if we came up really is the truth? And the truth is that Sayaka was trying to frame me, but yeah, that's true. I can't say she was wrong. After all, the mastermind. It's all because of that video. And if even I couldn't handle what I saw in there. If it was her, and the video actually had something to do with me, I can't even imagine. Now we're trapped here with no way out. They're probably waiting for me.
Why?
She was worried.
The one thing that was more important to her than anything else were dreams and friends. To have to see something like that happen to them in Sayaka.
Whatever it took to do that.
And that's why Sayaka, for the friends that meant so much to her, that's why she betrayed me. So when she said,
No matter what happens, please always be there for me. I need you on my side.
She still needs you.
she was lying to me from the very beginning. She was using me. Is that why she talked to me in the first place?
She had that.
I guess. I don't know. Because there's nothing I can do to ask her what she was thinking. Once you're dead, that's that.
Holy howdy, the entertainment industry sure must be terrified, huh? I mean, to try and kill someone just because of those relationships. She seems so nice and loving on the outside, but inside she's just into pure madness.
What did you say?
I understand, really, I do. Yep. You're in utter despair thanks to Sayaka's betrayal, right? The passion, intimacy, love, the stronger those feelings, the stronger your despair when they collapse.
Stop screwing with us. This is all your fault. Sayaka being forced or something like that. All of it, everything. It's all your fault. Telling the friends at lunch at Monokuma, but
That's enough.
Thank you.
Zero's Kyoko latched on my arm without hesitation. Her grip was like iron, strong enough I was sure it would do the bruise.
Calm down.
If you really want to make her enemies pay for what they've done, you need to let it go for now. So I don't blame her.
Blame Sayaka because of the dreams? Because of missing all her friends? Should we ask them what they think of what would they do in that situation?
If you spent your entire life working for that, your entire life, and it was all gone, and you had to get out, what would you do?
I wouldn't go.
It was your entire life. You know nothing else.
If I had seen that video and believed that that was what happened, that they're all gone, why would I even bother? I would stay and try it out.
How do you know that he's telling the truth or not?
One thing Monokuma does is stick to his damn promise.
We wouldn't know that. So,
With desperation, she acted out. Desperation.
is stronger, but
Hope will always shine through.
She wasn't a bad person.
She was just desperate. Despair made her
It
do
was
this.
not her fault, not Leon's fault. It was Monokuma's fault.
Well, whoever was controlling him, because you can't expect the teddy bear to be sentient.
But mastermind this is all their fault. If they never did this would never happen. But then again, you could also say, if Leon never killed her, this would also never happen.
Exactly, he had the choice.
He had a choice, but
then again, if he hadn't killed her, what would have happened to Sayaka if she had the broken wrist? Explain that. How would you explain that she had a broken wrist?
Keep talking. Because Makoto still cares for her, because even though she kind of betrayed her, She saved them. She wrote his name. That saved them all. Damn it.
Ah, that was a close one. I thought for sure you were going to give me a good walloping. That's barely avoided punishment you did.
Yes, indeed.
Now then, since so magnificently revealed that I didn't kill her during the class trial, the blackened Leon Koala will receive his punishment.
I don't blame anyone in this game except for Monokuma.
Well, the controller
and the master.
Monokuma's just a robot. Anyone can program him.
I blame him because he's the face of everything. He's the face.
The face is never interpreted by the mind.
He's the mascot, so I blame him.
It's the mind behind the face.
So, but look at him.
Just
looking at him, it makes me want to rip off his head.
I only look at the white side. I'm sorry.
I look at both. I look at him straight in the eyes.
You look at him in the black side.
Punishment?
No.
You mean execution? Wait a second.
I didn't have a choice. I had to kill her.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, explain that, buddy. There's no getting out of this.
Kill or be killed. How exactly was it happening? Before killing him, did you open your mouth with your brother? After she had the phone in the bathroom, you went out of your way to come back to your own room. When you all the way back, broke into the bathroom and killed her.
Do you understand?
When any number of times you stop into your room. But you chose not to. Not because you had an unprivate inconsequence learner.
So, that's why...
That's not. Stop it. I've had enough of this.
Oh.
Are you sure? So what things do you have? Like anyone to say that? I feel that that's society. Do you understand?
I can't say Leon is still the funny. Of course, I don't have one side for real.
It's not important. I'm really not fault. It's desperation.
There was never desperation because you've never done anything.
However, Monokuma needed a motive.
Because the one to blame is him.
Yes, him, the one.
Not the mastermind. Him, because he's the son of them.
So what?
So what?
I'm not. I'm just a kid in the playground who just likes raping, just like murdering children.
The teenager.
If it wasn't for you, we could never have a cycle or Leon. We shouldn't be fighting each other. We should be fighting against the one who put us in this situation, the mastermind.
Uh-oh. Did you awaken your sense of justice?
Hey,
Well, it just so happens there's something more unethical than an unwavering sense of justice. After all, you know that sort of mentality that perpetuates war all over the world.
That's the mastermind, so.
Is that the kind of justice that's awakening within you?
Just shut up.
Okay, well, anyway. More importantly...
Chills!
Yeah, that's right. Let's hurry up and get to what everyone's been waiting for, the punishment.
I'm begging you! Please! Don't do this!
Oh, no.
Monokuma is a lot of
You
things.
signed your death warrant.
Monokuma's a lot of things.
Hey!
Merciful is not one. No more begging, no more excuses. You'll pay the penalty for breaking the rules. Society demands it.
Yeah, but
Now
one
then,
should
I
go.
prepared a very special punishment!
For Leon Kawada, ultimate big book star.
No!
Let's
Give it everything we've got.
it's punishment time!
No!
Nobody should have to go through this.
Oh my god.
Or anything related.
This is still the same.
At least.
Still trying.
What is that thing in the middle of this?
Wait, this video's gonna get copyrighted now. Look at this! Animation gets me copyrighted.
Just say that none of the movies I own is mine. The studio.
Yeah, mom has it anyway.
How's that little bear carrying him? It's not. Oh, the bear is Ladies and gentlemen, prepare your balls. This is gonna hurt.
A lot.
1,000 Oh! It's been stolen.
That.
And he's missing all of them. survived that.
No one survives that.
The son of a gun. Oh, incredibly lucky. That's the only logical one to see this time.
What we saw, that was the true face of despair. And if we can't call it that, what else can we call it? And that's why I don't blame anyone for killing anyone. Because he's satanic! The real enemy.
The mastermind, not him.
Woohoo! Long live Sayaka.
Man, my adrenaline's pumping right out of control.
What's going on?
I can't
take it.
You really have to keep doing this? I just can't take it.
Well?
Hey, if you don't like it,
Kill something.
all you do is go to cut outside of the outside world and accept the unit world. But that's only if everything one of you can get on with this stuff.
Damn you!
F you, why the F are you doing all this evil stuff to us?
What the heck?
Evil? You become like some dark, awful secret society kind of guy.
You are.
Say
Or
what?
a dark, awful secret society type of bear.
Well,
Such a me.
Hey,
Seems like you're trying to use common sense and look at things slowly because of your tech. It's like trying to put a mile on a scale. I just don't think it's possible.
I don't think it is either. Hey, I don't know what you're saying, and what I'm saying is quite different together.
Shit.
I don't know who you are from the poker. You get so angry now.
Oh, hey.
You're barking way up a long tree. What happened because more than one of you decided you wanted to get out, right?
Yeah, but it's your fault that they're in the first place to get out of in the first place.
No matter how much time passes, you can't cut free of your attention outside the world. You're the boy.
No matter how many times you play it, it's your fault. Because
it was their fault.
Your fault. His fault. Because if the mastermind never put him in there, they would never kill him. Of course, we can't cut free of it, also we're being trapped in this insane place.
You're trapped, are you? I'm sure you learned all the mysteries of the school. You're
Oh, they will.
You think, boy, isn't someone of a hobby to believe you forever.
What does this mean?
Hey,
Kills!
Everyone is waiting for it.
Yep. Everyone.
This looks horrid. The camera.
No, it's not.
When you say to everyone, who's the dream? I said everything I got to say. You say someone else.
Just like that is gone. We're left us there overwhelmed by nothing in reality. Even after he's gone, we stood there forever, unable to move. Actually, no, it wasn't that long, I think. Everyone just lost their sense of time. We were all too scared. Scared of being alone. No one even tried to speak. Their faces were stone. The corpse is dead. But in that moment...
just a second.
Makoto, can I talk to you for a second? She moved in closer, whispered in my ear.
Makoto.
Before we head back, there's something I want to talk to you about. It's about Sayaka, isn't it? I'm surprised you figured it out.
Listen.
I told you before the class trial started. You had to figure out the mystery of this case yourself. You don't need to realize how Sayaka betrayed me by myself, didn't you? The thought never crossed my mind. I feel like such a fool becoming such an easy target like that.
It's true.
Sayaka meant to double-cross you. That is a fact you cannot never change. But to the very end, she wasn't sure of her decision. That's why. As she lay dying, she was thinking of you. She was thinking of me? You can't say something like that. I mean, there's no way you could know that. Only Sayaka would know for sure, and we can't ask her now.
However,
even if you can't ask her, you can infer it, don't you think? Her final thought was how she could protect you. What?
so...
The fact that she let use her last ounce of energy to leave a dying message proves it. If she didn't care what happened to you, she would never have left that message. Maybe she just wanted to get back at the person who killed her.
Certainly.
That's certainly one possibility, but I don't think that's what it was.
Anyway...
She was uncertain. She wasn't sure she could kill someone or deceive you, which is why her plan failed. Her hesitation attracted failure.
Right.
It's almost ironic when you think about it. Why are you telling me all of this? Because you're the kind of person who can overcome this. Because you can move past the deaths of your friends, Sayaka and Leon.
Well,
correct.
One friend.
Well, they're all friends.
They don't need no friend.
They were.
Once. A long time.
Without someone like that, the others would never be able to break free such a desperate situation. Move past their deaths? I could never do that. No. I'm going to carry them with me the rest of my life. How could I possibly move past something like that? Leon Sayaka. I'll carry them with me forever. I'll carry their memories with me wherever I go. So instead of forgetting them, you're choosing the hard road. Well, I have high expectations for you. She said she revealed the smile.
Hey.
By the way, I have to admit I'm curious. How did you know I wanted to talk to you about Sayaka? Oh well. I'm psychic.
What?
Kidding. I just have a pretty good intuition.
Nice. Survive. The end. And then there were 12. Well, that isn't really going to help anybody. Well, you know something about this game?
Let me get to it. I just want to use it.
Every time.
There.
Every time I see that punishment, I never get.
Well, that's the least. In my opinion, it's one of the least terrible ones.
Getting impaled by 1,000 baseball bats.
That's pretty terrible.
Comment down below if you would like to die by 1,000 baseball bats, and then you would make heads up toe.
Yeah, but you won't have to die for each other.
Yeah, cause the other ones are just stupid.
And you laughed at them.
I laughed at
They're not funny.
I laughed at one, and you'll guess which one.
It's not funny at all. You think it's funny? You have some problems.
It's only one.
And it's one of the guys you love.
Yeah, it is. It's stupid how he has to go so hard.
How is it stupid? It's not funny.
That concludes this episode of Danganronpa.
See you all guys in the next one. Probably be in a week or so. 2 weeks. So, you comment down below. What do you think? How do you like this game so far? And we'll see you all in the next one.
See you later, bros.